Hey Kirk, new
Hi.
audio technology. This is a very interesting 3D
Let me get my headphones.
3D headphone mixing technology, right?
That's right. So welcome to the booth here. I'm with New Audio Technology. We know your show. We love your show. The Sonic Talk.
Thank you.
It's very nice to have you here. So what I'd like to show is a special version of the Spatial Audio Designer. It's called In1, and it's a kind of a simplified version of the plugin. So I don't have to think about my configuration in terms of surround channels, 5.1, 8.2, 10.7, whatever. I just grab one plugin per channel, per signal I want to get in a 3D dimension, literal 3D surround sound, and move around my panner. It's a kind of a 3D panner. And I can use it in my Logic, in my Logic Pro, in my Cubase, in my whatever.
So is it VST and AU?
It's VST AU, and it's coming up a version of the AAX.
So it's a kind of cut down version of the sort of larger post-production.
Exactly.
product.
It's a kind of version dedicated for musicians, for music production, which I do. That's it.
So can we take a look at what's going on here on the screen?
Yeah, of course. So what we're seeing here, it's just a simple example to demonstrate what's going on. So this is a speech example, and so let me play it for you. I start to move around when I start playing the speech.
We begin this hour with 2 fights over water in this country. In a moment, an Iowa lawsuit about nitrates from farms and drinking water. First, we go to California, where the drought is putting the amount of water you...
So that was just a short thing, just to get the picture of what's going on here. Of course, that movement, what I just did in real time, I can have an automation on that thing. That's of course. So let me load up a example with a music production.
So it sounded like an ambience kind of panning almost, rather than I wasn't getting fully behind me, but I was getting a kind of ambient, more of an ambient effect.
I mean, the algorithm or the idea is based on the thing we know it's back from the 60s, 70s. It's called dummy head. It was invented by Neumann, and as binaural audio. That's actually the term we're talking about. And the location, especially what comes from behind or above or beneath, it depends really on the person who's listening to it. Myself, I've got the experience. I've got a imagine on Monday perfectly behind, and the next day the same thing. It sounds different. It's a kind of really psychoacoustic thing.
Right. Okay.
So,
So it's not a magic bullet. It's just another tool, right?
Yes. I mean, I wouldn't claim that this thing works perfectly like the real thing.
Because you haven't got the actual physical outputs, have you, to deal with that? So, right.
Yeah.
So what have you got here?
So now, let me zoom it up for you. This is just a ambience music kind of. I do that, myself music. That's my very own label. I do that meditation, relaxation thing. And I figure that, especially in this environment where people really often listen to that kind of music with headphones in a long period of time, I thought it's a really nice idea to get this binaural audio thing. So up here on this track, there's it's called moving pad thing going on, and I open up that plugin for that track, and you'll notice that movement and just try to find out how the sound moves according to that movement in the plugin. Okay, that's a mini Mac. Okay, let me solo that.
That's interesting. It definitely has a kind of. It's almost when you see what's happening, it makes more sense to what you're hearing, right?
Okay, that's true. But maybe we could listen to the solo moving pad to get more of the picture about that.
Okay, so I can hear that there is unusual movement in it, which is the thing that kind of makes it stand out, right?
So, yeah, actually, I wouldn't talk about really does it come from back, from left, from whatever. Just have the experience of movements and kind of ambience, that's true. So, in addition, I'd like to show you with the same example, a stereo version. So I want to play the whole track again, and then switch back to the regular stereo version. Okay, let's do that. So down here on that track, there's the stereo version, which is muted right now. So let me play the whole thing again. And then after a couple of seconds, I want to solo the stereo version.
Okay, yeah, I hear that. I mean, hopefully that will come across in the video. You can hear there's a different kind of width and dimension to it, isn't there? Yeah, definitely.
So if you haven't listened to that video without your headphones, please skip back, grab a headphone, and try it again.
Yeah. So this presumably is a lower cost solution. So what is that? Do you know what this costs and when it's available? It's available now, right?
It is available. The price range is for the whole production suite version. It's about 400 euros. Including the tax, and that plugin we listen to in particular right now, it's a 99 euro version. So I think for music producers, it's a really nice thing to get started with that kind of technology.
Great, thank you very much.
Oh, you're welcome. Glad to have you.